Hello, my delicious people. Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be quite interesting. Essentially, it's gonna be a goodbye video. Not necessarily like the one that I did before, but essentially, I planned on doing a level cap stream. But unfortunately, the level cap stream had to be cancelled because the level cap partner that I have ended up having issues. And so I decided, it took me a while to like figure out what to do, but I wanted to not just let you guys hanging, leave you guys hanging on like a final build video. And essentially, essentially I just want to give you a final video to leave you off with something, right? I meant to do a stream and I wanted to give out a bunch of prime parts, but because the final level cap was cancelled, I want to basically leave you guys with something that I've been working on for a long time that is really special to me, because it is literally just straight up my level cap Yareli. I will also be showing you the reason why the level cap Yareli works, and I will be doing it in the simulacrum as it's a very important piece of information, as this is a somewhat of a gimmick build, saying that like there's something that's going on here that causes it to work, and I need to explain it in the simulacrum. I will be including the compressor and the Furex, including the Yareli, and I will also be doing the Dirgia and the Burst Blazer Prime. This is, like I said, it's a goodbye video, but I want to make sure, it's as thorough as possible, as I love to make sure that everything is thorough. So, first things first, I will get into Yareli's abilities. Yareli's abilities on this particular one, if you come with me to over here, is C snares will be at a 299% damage vulnerability. Essentially, this is firing 5 bubbles that turn into traps at the end of their travel time, or they go directly to a target that is nearby. It's not random, like some people think. It's the nearest target to the C snares after a priming phase, which takes about a half second. And after that happens, it will go and do a base 100 damage vulnerability. Essentially, that damage vulnerability at the bottom, I believe, it's weird, the math is weird, but it's also like a thing where it shows it weird. But essentially starts off at 200%. Which, because it travels up 1% per power strength, I believe it is actually, in actuality, a 100% damage vulnerability. This is very key to the build. We're essentially going to go in here with a 1 build, because this is going to force the compressor to be able to do what it's doing. And we're going to go to Apollo and actually end up managing to cause the Demolist targets to die. Keep in mind, it also works on Thorax units. So, you can also do, what is it called? The battle mode in the Zeramin, that you get your arcanes from. Fuck, I forget what it's called. I'll probably put it up on the screen or something. But, yeah. There's also Omimori on the second ability, because we're gonna drop your Mariluna, because Mariluna works really good as a shield gate, but it's more comfortable to just say no to damage sometimes. Omimori, which is really interesting if you were to couple it with the things that we have, in actuality allows you to essentially heal your shields while also healing your health, while also being completely immune to damage for a little bit. Essentially, it completely shuts down a single shotgun blast of damage, which is extremely important because as long as you're still moving, and if you have enough shield regeneration, you're essentially immortal. One thing as well, keep moving. It is not a Revenant skin. And violence can turn it off, so yes. Essentially, Omamori will block damage sometimes, and I believe in the subsumed version, it comes with, I believe, 20 charms, I think? No, it's like it goes from, it gets like at least 10, can go to 20. There, yeah, it says right there. Altered, gain between 10 and 20. Okay, there we go. Aqua Blades is here for CC, although sometimes you're not really gonna like touch it even during the level cap. But if you're surrounded by enemies and you need them to stop moving, in actuality, Aqua Blades is actually a really good CC tool. It's not necessarily meant for damage, like people think it is. It does slash damage, yes, but it also guarantees a stagger. So essentially, it even says right there, oh wait, no, actually, the original version used to say it used to be a defensive line of aquatic blades, which is actually what it's supposed to be. It's CC. Riptide is so you can gather everybody together and will grab all the enemies, and currently it's a 15-meter radius, and grab them all in. I don't think it is affected by line of sight, but it is affected by walls, and it's also a slow pull. It also ragdolls, which means you can actually do some really funny things with pillars of fire from Temple's abilities. And yeah, it's very nice. But yeah. Essentially, it's able to ragdoll enemies, it brings them together. And what it does is it also lowers itself to being around 5 meters of size. So it technically can lock down a door, but it's actually just better just to use it and nuke the entire like group. Because we can, you know, it goes to 5 meters of size. It really isn't like gonna do much, but it really helps if you really need to get rid of an entire group of enemies. Her passive is actually pretty interesting. Where'd it go? This one. It's a 200% modded crit chance as long as she's moving at least 1 second and a half. And it also stays for about 2 seconds, or I think it was like 2 or 4 seconds, one of the two. And it allows her to stand still for a little bit and pop somebody. Very, very, very good with, what's it called? The Epitaph. The Epitaph is really good with this. But yes. And it's actually quite good. And we're gonna also be going with Unaru, which is gonna give us armor strip, which is very nice. So we're gonna go to the focus. No, not the focus school. Is it the upgrade? Yeah, it's the upgrade. And we're essentially gonna look at the fact that we have. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Not you. I don't want you. Here we go. We have Magus Lockdown, which is extremely important. We need Magus Lockdown. Emergent Savior, which can keep you alive. It's very, very good. Essentially, it recovers your health, and also it makes you invulnerable 5 seconds. Extremely good if there's an enemy near the disruption target. And it's got a cooldown 90 seconds. Usually, you know, you're gonna take a lot longer than 90 seconds to actually get another disruption target. And unless you're traveling or you're holding on to a key to go put it inside, you're not really going to be operator unless you're like traveling or doing something like that, or like trying to lock down the disruption target. The amp is going to be done with operability that gives damage to amps, and on critical hit, more critical damage. And it's also a amp that has, where'd it go? It has the disc one. I forget what it's called. I don't know how to like see the amp. I mean, let me see right here. It is Certus Brace, Ron Prism, and Fahad Scaffolding. There's also this other one I call Bye Bye Succubi, which is also quite good. It's the 3-round burst one, I believe. Yes, the 3-round burst one. This one's also really good. The secret here is the FOD scaffold, which has the disc, and it basically makes it pretty good. And the Certus brace, brace is like extremely important. It kind of sort of makes it to where it has a lot of crit chance, and that's important for like stuff. I'm gonna switch to this. I feel like I would like the more powerful one instead of the one I was testing. I thought I got rid of Bye Bye Succubi. I'm glad I didn't. I'm really glad I did it. Copy suit colors. There we go. But yeah, we also have the Korrigan, which I'm not gonna show you. Actually, I should. I'm gonna show you this. Keep in mind that Korrigan actually has the ability to do damage that scales with it scales with the health of the enemies, the level with the enemies. So it's actually really good for taking out a disruption target at the very end, like the actual end of the level cap, when you actually manage to get to doing the level cap, where you're actually at level cap and stuff like that, right? And we have over here, we gain knockdown immunity, which knockdown is blocked after enter void mode for 3 seconds on a cooldown, which I believe is I believe this is literally just on the operator. I think it literally just works on the operator. Increases maximum void sling distance by 30%, plus 10 void sling radius for each mod from a unique school. We currently, I believe, we have a few unique schools. Operator jump height, which is pretty interesting. It's useful, actually, very useful. Operator health and shields, bonus for each mod in a unique school. And amp multi-shot. This is very good. This right here, my arcane on operator Tauron strike kill. Heat damage for secondary weapon for a duration of the mission. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Yes. Very useful. I like this one. There's also other ones. Where'd it go? Like, there's another one. Warframe ammo efficiency. Status chance for all Warframe weapons for each enemy hit with a strike up to last 30 seconds. I like this one because it's permanent. I really like how permanent it is. It's very fun. There's also these ones. Void Strip, Aura Guard. Like, this is like the best one for me, at least, especially when you're doing just the compressor. The compressor, I'm not going to show it to you yet, but I do want to show you how it works first. I'm not sure how many disruption targets I'm going to do, but I do want to show you a few of them to show you like a variety of how it works. Essentially, let me go into the simulacrum and I'll show you what it do against a overguarded enemy that also has armor. So I can actually show you how this all plays out, and I can explain to you why the compressor is the way it is. Alright, I will see you there. Meow. Alrighty then, so some funny haha adjustments that I made. Very interesting. I basically put in Taxon instead of the Dirgia, because Taxon is really good for level cap because shields are usually the king there, and this one will give you a lot of shields, and it does have some priming capability, which is really nice as well. But I'm gonna go over here, get rid of these guys, pause AI, steal pass. We're gonna bring out Thrax. Here we go, we got Thrax Centurion, a singular Thrax Centurion, just to show that it works without needing AoE stuff like Blast. And we're gonna go over here, Mr. Centurion, hello. And we're gonna go and we're gonna show you what is happening with this first. First off, 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna see that essentially what happened there is I had 10 procs of viral, and as well as 10 procs of magnetic. I also modded for corrosive. So I had corrosive, magnetic, and viral. I also had a damage over time, which is heat, that allows me to actually take out the overguard in the first place. And it also works on shields. But what happened is, as soon as it, you know, actually took out the overguard, what it did is it actually caused the the magnetic procs to cause a electric proc. This electric proc is based off of the effective health of the enemy, which is actually quite nice because it's also affected by damage vulnerability. So if you're fighting the Corpus, or even the Corpus in Apollo specifically, you do this, 1, 2, 3, and right there. The electric proc just absolutely destroys him, right? And it's actually quite nice. I really love how the compressor interacts with shields and overguard, specifically because if there's a lot of Eximus, I will be in the game with a lot of meta players, which I've done before, and I will actually outdamage them, not because the compressor itself is like really powerful, but the fact that I am smart enough to understand how to trigger the magnetic, corrosive, and viral interaction that causes the overguarded enemies to absolutely fucking detonate, right? Very, very fun. And it also, weirdly enough, works on shielded targets that have damage alteration. However, it kind of sort of does diminish the damage, which can be a little bit annoying, but it's also a really good Acolyte killer too if you're solo, or in a duo, which I really like to do level caps in a duo. And I can do level caps solo. I think the thing is, like, I prefer to have a conversation with somebody so it doesn't get mind-numbing. But yes. But let me show you again, just to make sure you know it's not a fluke. We're gonna get a Centurion in here. We're gonna hit him with the bubbles 1, 2, and boom. Just 2, not 3 this time. I'm kind of serious, curious, not serious. I'm curious. Like, let me let the bubbles explode. They will take a little bit. I'm curious if I can do it in a single one. I know I'm not gonna get the maximum amount of magnetic procs, but I'm very curious what single shot will do. Oh, nice, a single shot. Oh yeah, I killed that Centurion in a single shot, which is really nice. Very, very, very nice. And I want to show you one more time, but I want to use a different kind of one. Heavy. Mr. Heavy. Let's do this one right here. The Drekir Heavy Gunner Eximus, which I believe are... Is it the ones that come from the... Is it? No, I think it's this one. Wait, let me see. Exo? Oh, I don't have the Exo Gag. I don't have the one that's like overpowered. I want to go with the... Oh, actually, let me just go Eximus. Let me see if I can find... Let me see if I can find the biggest Eximus motherfucker I can find. Who's like a big, scary Eximus? I said, comment down below if you have an Eximus that you're afraid of. You know, like one that, like, at least when you first began or something like that, that you really felt like was scary. You know? But, yeah, let me do... Oh, I have an idea. There's a test sensor. I have a really good idea, actually. I want to try this. So let's get a Arid Heavy Gunner Eximus. We're gonna give you... Oh no, we already have a Drekker. Let's get that. Yeah, let's get the Arid. So we got... Let's get an Arid Heavy Gunner, and I want to try something like this. I want to try... where'd it go? Oh, it's called the Arbiter? Where's the Corpus, guys? I'm just gonna check the Corpus. He's called the... Oh, He's called the Auditor. The Auditor, scary guy. This is gonna be for the shields. And anybody else? Let's go with a Examus. Where is a? Let's see. I'm currently shopping for an infestation Examus. Here we go. Do I have a? I don't have an Examus here. Let's just do a charger. Yeah, that might as well. Boom. Okay. All Examus. Well, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah, see? I believe the Auditor, let me check. I wasn't looking at the Auditor, but I believe the Charger, because its effective health is lower, it kind of, so I didn't do it. But I kind of want to try it again, but I want to do this. I want to do the bubbles now. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Oh, he got his shields back, sorry. There we go. Auditor got hit with bubbles, and he is down. I would say just because, you know, I just wanted to show you the Auditor. There we go. I don't think I got with the Auditor, but you get the idea. You get the idea. It works on shields too. But yeah, I will take you into a disruption, and I'll basically show you what it does, and I'll show you the build afterwards, like I always do, and I'll be giving you one last goodbye. I don't think I want to go into why I'm leaving Warframe. You know what? I probably will go into why I'm leaving Warframe. You know, not everybody's here for like the whole sob story or like the complaining a lot, so I'll just get it done real quickly. But I'll do it later. Alright, I'll see you guys in the disruption. Alright, let's go. Alright, it's time for you to take a walk with me. So, essentially I want to say it straight up as we're going there. The reason why I'm leaving Warframe is because it's super buggy, and I kind of sort of got tired of the bugs a long time ago. Back before Yareli was released. In actuality, I came back to Warframe because Yareli was released. But I also didn't have very many options that gave me the scratch of the same itch. And I would definitely say, like, I do play Warframe still, but the problem isn't necessarily that I don't like Warframe. It's the fact that I really like Warframe and I know it can do better, it just doesn't. And I have this thing where there's another game that does, you know, give me more. Give me what I want, you know? And I'll also show you that this is how you play the thing. You put the Omamori up, and then you just go in and shoot like a couple times. Keep in mind, like, now that the green health bar, the jaded health bar is out, you can just tell when something's gonna die, you know? So it's kind of really good just to kind of just tap an enemy. You don't really have to put too much effort into killing them too much. Essentially, it's like that. It's literally just compressor. The melee weapon, you really don't really use the melee weapon. It's also a thing where like the compressor kind of sort of primes itself. But let me go find this dude, and I want to show you. Oh, he took my energy. God, I hope that doesn't become a problem. That's probably not the best example, but it did like amazing damage to them. Also, there is this thing where the interaction with Enervate is still here. It overcaps the Enervate's like whole shtick, so you're getting red crits in like the triple red crits. So yeah, it's actually quite nice. I am gonna do some more disruption targets. I'm probably gonna do a full C rotation. and I'll probably edit them in. So yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit, and we'll see if we can get an Acolyte as well. I'll end it when I get the Acolyte too, so we don't take too much of your time. There we go. He was a little bit of a fighter. I actually also missed him a little bit because he's skinny fuck. Anyway. Oh, fun piece of information I forgot to mention. Omen Mori can be reset at when you have 5. So if you hear the sound that sounds like a swishing sound, just hit the ability button again and you'll be able to do it. Oh yeah, that was a really good example of the electric proc taking him out. I didn't touch him and then the electric proc just took him out. Let me see that one? Yeah, no. Also, you know, just take out an Eximus and you'll be able to get the key. It's actually quite simple. There we go. Electric proc just absolutely destroyed that man. Hell yeah. Like, where's the Acolyte? I have no idea where the Acolyte is. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea where the Acolyte is. Oh, also, I went the wrong way. My bad. I wanna go until the Acolyte comes, so yeah, come join me. Alright, got him. Compressor, you crazy. Bubble gun of doom. Oh, there's the Acolyte. I wonder who it is. Who are you? Who are you? Misery? Oh, really? Really, it's Misery? Come on. Bubble. Come on, come on. I don't want you to touch me. There we go. Oh no, okay. Ooh. Motherfucker wanted to say goodbye. He is my mortal enemy. Him is fucking... Ugh, I hate this guy. I think it's the guy. The one with the Zephyr bubble. Ugh, hate that guy. He just wanted to say goodbye. C rotation, C rotation. Boop. Okay. Yeah, you sentient ain't got shit on me! It's also late at night. I probably shouldn't be so loud. Sorry. Oops. There we go. Get fucked. There we go. Bubbles! There we go. Sorry, I was a little quiet for that because I was thinking about something. Oops. Oh, it's Torment. Hey, Torment. Hey, baby. Hello. Oh, also the bubbles work on Acolytes. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I found out that the bubbles work on Acolytes. It's just that back before they streamlined damage fluctuation, it was scaling so high because of the bubbles that it wasn't noticeable. Like the first hit, it was super noticeable, right? But now it's hella noticeable because it doesn't take into consideration damage vulnerability in the damage alteration calculation. So in actuality, like I literally just like the bubbles have always affected it. It's just noticeable now, you know. So that's pretty cool. There you go. There we go. Just watch that one die. Final round. Final round, final Acolyte. Who else wants to say goodbye? Not even say goodbye. I do play the game, like, in the background. I just don't make content of it anymore. It's more like they're saying goodbye to chat. which I appreciate. I would say, as a big thing, very first, just because I feel like I'm thinking about it right now. I really do appreciate not appreciate, but I value the opinions of Warframe community. And one of the reasons why I'm quitting isn't necessarily like because I don't like the Warframe community. It's actually the fact that I feel like the fact that I was complaining all the time when I was playing the game. I don't believe somebody should make content on something for a certain audience and literally all they do is just complain about it, right? It's kind of like a thing where I was slowly but surely turning into essentially Life of Rio. And if you're like somebody who's been around a long time, you'd know Life of Rio literally, like, whenever he feels like he's hurting on content, he would come and make a Warframe hate video. Oh, violence! I knew it was violence, actually. I felt like we needed a little bit more violence in this in here. Goodbye, violence. Say goodbye, chat. But anyway, yeah, it's like a weird thing where I just felt like I was turning into somebody who hated the game and who would make content for the game even then. It's like watching a challenge video that you play a certain character in a game, right? And the whole time you're literally just talking shit. If I wanted to spend the time talking shit about a game, I wouldn't be streaming it constantly, because if I'm talking shit about it, I don't like it, right? And the thing is, like, I do want to play Warframe, it just has these things where it stops me from playing it to a point where I get mad at it. And since I was getting mad at it so often, I was just like, you know what? I don't want to be a dick. You know, I don't want to be a dick to the audience that literally is my main audience, to a point where it's like, you know, it kind of felt like inappropriate to call myself a Warframe YouTuber if I literally was just getting mad at the game for something that kind of sort of isn't necessarily a quality thing. Like, yes, it's like, you know, a working game is important, but like, I don't know, I felt like complaining about it every time I streamed was inappropriate, so. Also, this is the last demo list. I'm not sure if we're gonna have another Acolyte, but yeah. I wanna, oh, I was about to say I wanna watch it die, but it just kind of sort of exploded. So, yeah, I'll take you guys into, the build portion of the video, and I will say goodbye, and yeah, you saw what it can do to Acolytes, so that's pretty nice. And I'll also walk you through a little bit more details on how it works. So yeah, I'll see you there. Alrighty then, it's time for the build portion of the video. Keep in mind, we have a lot to go over, so yeah. First things first, I do want to go over something really interesting. Mara Luna is not being used, but I do want to go over the fact that she does have armor that is affected by the Archon shards. Speaking of which, the Archon shards we have is armor, 2 armor for some damage reduction, which can be really good in the early part of it. It also is a thing where like I really don't have anything else to put here. And also is Talforge Emerald Archon shards that gives you corrosive. Keep in mind you only need 2 of the regular ones, but the corrosive procs also work on the Acolytes. So having the Acolytes have more corrosive procs will take out more of their armor, which actually is very useful for taking them out in the first place, since they usually have a limit of 4 procs. Now they have a limit of 10. Very, very useful. We also have a Talforge Violet Archon Shard for energy and health when you pick up the corresponding orb. Basically, energy gives health and health gives energy. Very, very useful for keeping your energy up, which, keep in mind, one of the biggest enders of level cap runs is actually straight up, no bullshit, running out of energy. So yeah, you need your energy. We also are going to show you specifically the Yareli build first, so that's going to be nice. Starting off strong. And we're going to go with Brief Respite for whenever you cast an ability, you get your shields back, which is really nice for survivability. We got Prime Sure-Footed, very important for this build since you need to be able to not knock yourself around with an AoE weapon. We also have Prime Blind Rage, which gives us ability strength plus minus ability finishing. Sorry. And to circumvent that, we have Streamline and Fleeting After Peace for ability efficiency with minus duration. To circumvent the minus duration, we have Prime Continuity, which brings the duration to the 95, but it actually is quite good since the bubbles are the main thing and they last for 11 seconds, which is perfectly fine for you to be able to take out an enemy. If you're not able to do it, most likely your compressor isn't built properly, or you didn't follow the same build, which also is the thing where like it's not a perfect build. Well, it's a perfect build, but it's open for adjustments. So I trust you to be able to make the adjustments that you want to make. But basically, I have it almost perfected. The compressor specificity is perfect. Like, unironically, it's something you can't really change, right? So if you're not able to do it, something's wrong, or you're not going to Apollo. Apollo is really important for this. It's an Apollo level cap build. We got Rolling Guard to survive our shields being knocked down without being recharging, which is important because, you know, it's level cap and we can get one shot very, very, very easily. And for that, we have Arcane Aegis, Fast Deflection, and Vigilante Vigor, as well as Prime Redirection. The reason why we're not using Catalyzing Shields is actually something I can actually show you, and that's the fact that when you put Catalyzing Shields, you do not go below 100 shields. It's important that if you're going with Catalyzing Shields, you go below 100 shields. So we go with Prime Redirection instead, in order to make it to where our shield invulnerability is 2.5 seconds, as well as the fact that we have a lot of recharge rate. And the thing is, like, literally Catalyzing Shields, because of the way it works, it is actually extremely important that you make sure that you're less than 100, right? Because it's like you only have a 1 second and 1.3 seconds of invulnerability. That's not enough if you have too many shields. And you need to max out your shields in order to make sure it goes all the way back up. So it's best to go with Redirection. We also have Arcane Grace, which is really good for the early parts, and also getting hit with a Toxin proc. Very, very important. Because if you get hit with a Toxin proc that is not from a directly lethal source, like a one that scales with the attack, or if you were to get hit in the early game, which can happen, it'll be able to lift you back up to full health. Yes, Omimori can do that too, but you're not always going to have Omimori up. And sometimes Omimori doesn't trigger. So you have basically a very, very big blanket of I don't want to get hit, essentially, right? And essentially you do want to make sure that if you adjust this build, that you adjust it to your playstyle with the knowledge that I know you have. Keep in mind that my builds are usually designed to give you the knowledge to use somewhere else. So if you want to use this build on a regular Yareli build, or you want to say put this similar build on top of another weapons platform or some other frame, it's very, very good to use this because the Fast Deflection, Vigilante Vigor, and Arcane Aegis build trick is actually really, really good on a lot of frames. It's the key to my survivability whenever I need to survive with a frame that doesn't really have it, right? So yeah, circumventing the lack of efficiency, circumventing the duration, like all of this together is like really important, right? Something you can use in other stuff if you really want to break it up and put it somewhere else, you know? Now we have the other main key to this, which is the Compressor Prime. We have Hornet Strike for more damage. We got Pistol Pestilence and Jolt for corrosive damage. We have Magnetic Might for magnetic damage, which is really important. Extremely important, actually. We have primed heated charge for heat damage, which allows us to add an extra layer of damage over time. We also have secondary innovate to open up a mod slot and also give us more crit chance, which can also overcap and give us red crits up to past the 3rd tier of red crits. Pistol ammo mutation to give us more ammo efficiency. Very, very nice, because, you know, it converts primary ammo into secondary ammo, which is important for this. We got galvanized diffusion, but we do not have galvanized shot because it's not going to be damaging with the direct hit. And we have pistol elementalist in order to trigger the same effect as having a Bane mod. You can put a Bane mod and actually do really well too, but I prefer Elementalist since it kind of sort of is a universal version. Keep in mind, damage vulnerability also counts as a Bane mod. It works exactly the same, but Pistol Elementalist is calculated a different way, which means Pistol Elementalist and Yareli's 1 will actually have more value than if you were to have a damage vulnerability mod, or faction mod, basically. So I find that's actually really, really nice to have Pistol Elementalist as well. And as you can see, we have like 5 former on this thing. I don't know if like it is also like a lot of the universal forma, the what's it called? Umbra forma? No. The Omniforma, the Omniforma. So yes, we have a lot of Omniforma on this. I have perfected this over years since Yareli has been out. I've been working on the compressor to make sure it's absolutely perfect, and this is as perfect as it will ever get. So let me also clean it up a bit. And we also have this little guy, very important, but also you're not actually going to be using it unless you really have to. But it's going to be here for the Amalgam Furax body count, which gives combo duration and fire rate for secondary weapons. The secondary weapon fire rate is really important because we're not actually going to have fire rate on the weapon itself. So it's really important to have this. You get this in the Revopolist. You also have Galvanized Steel, Galvanized Elementalist for crit chance and crit damage, with crit damage going higher every single time you kill, up to 4 times at a 30% amount. So up to, I believe, 120%. And they also have Galvanized Elementalist, who will give status damage, as well as Elemental Kill will give, melee kill will give you a status chance for 20 seconds up to 4 times, which is also at 30, which means it also reaches 120%, which is really nice. Well, Weeping Wounds for more status. It's basically a status build. Condition Overload, and we're going to go with a Viral Electric build. We're not going with a Gas Electric build because Viral Electric, I kind of sort of like it better. It does more damage in my eyes, and it's also like a thing where like gas is fine. But I believe Voltage Strike, I just like it better. The Gas Electric would be better at killing Acolytes, but I find that like this is more interesting to me. Weirdly enough, because it's not like all that great. Also, Seismic Palm, one of my favorite, my OG go-to stance mod for when I use fist weapons. Back in the day, it used to open them up for finishers, and it used to be funny because I used this finisher build back in the day. I was so stupid back when I first started Warframe. We also have, I don't think I want to show the Parazon. That's completely up to you. I'm really not really gonna do much with this. If you want to know, I will definitely like show it, but I'm not gonna really get into it. Here you go, and oh yeah, I go. Okay. Now we're gonna show you Mr. Taxon. Mr. Taxon has Assault Mode for attacking things, Enhanced Vitality for more health, Guardian to boost my shield, and Repair Kit to repair its health over time, Shield Charger in order to give me shield regeneration and max shields for 10 seconds every once in a while. We also want this to be right next to Assault Mode because we want it to attack but we also want it to do this. Keep in mind that going from left to right and then the bottom left to bottom right is going to be the priority for these mods. So if you want it to be giving you charging shields more often, that's also a thing you can do. But I prefer to have it like this since I want it to attack. Contagious Bond in order to spread statuses when it owns the status. Basically, when it's what it means by owning the status is like it triggers the status first, and it kills with the status. It will spread the statuses to other enemies, and it will cascade too. Very, very potent if you have a heat mod on its weapon, or if you were to wait for it to attack first and then hit it with a weaker weapon that does status damage, and just let it die, which is very fun. Manifold Bond to make it to where if it uses an ability, it gives all of its weapons elements all at once, which is very fun. That's Spare Parts, which is for marks the target, and it gives you some more stuff. Yeah, it basically just gives you more stuff. Very nice. You could also do like accelerated deflection if you wanted to do like a similar thing that you have. That allows you to have it like recover its shields faster, which I think would be really good for its survivability. Like it was going down a lot. So I was actually thinking maybe I should do that, actually, to be completely honest. We also have Vacuum, which makes it suck up items, but also keep it all the way at the back because it's constantly on. So, and it's also a preset mod, so you do actually want it to have it in the back since it's gonna not attack as much if it were to be like this. So you want it to be like this, or you know, like this, like I said. We also have Molecular Conversion, which blasts enemies within 10 meters, converting 200 damage into shields for the Warframe. Very, very good for survivability. In fact, I think a really good thing to do would be actually to do this. Like, honestly, to be completely honest, I kind of sort of just want to do this to ease the use a little bit. And, is there anything else? Anything at all? No. Actually, I think that's it. Oh no, actually I need to do the weapon. Sorry, I do have one more thing. So we're gonna go with Burst Laser Prime, and it's a very, very important reason. It's because it has full IPS, impact, puncture, and slash, so IPS. But you also have the ability to equip Heat mod, Viral mod, the Radiation mod, and Magnetic mod. So it's like a thing where you have Frostbite, Pistol Pestilence, and Scorch for Viral Heat, Accelerated Isotope, and Magnetic Might for the Radiation and Magnetic. And it literally is just for that. It really isn't for damage. It isn't necessary. So essentially it kind of sort of is just straight up a CC tool as well as a priming tool. Very, very nice. You keep in mind the compressor does prime itself, but it's really nice to have like this on another set, but like, you know, it's kind of sort of like pretty fine. I appreciate that this is here for like extra CC, especially with the radiation, so they attack each other. Very nice. And yeah, I believe that is it. That is my full Yareli level cap setup. I don't think I've ever shown this, and I also feel like it's a very good thing to leave you guys. Because if you're a Yareli main and you're concerned about being able to do level cap, she can do it, and she actually does it extremely easily. You just need to know what targets to fight and how to do it. She can do it extremely comfortably, and if you want to use the board, that is completely fine. You know, I adjust it for how you feel like using it, you know? A lot of people would say, like, she's bad, but I say, like, she's just really, 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 really buggy. But for me, at least for a weapons platform style character, she actually she does have a perfect kit. Basically, like, her purpose, like, she actually has, like, a lot of things that like go into that. She has survivability, she has CC, she has a grouping tool, and she has a damage tool that is centered around her playstyle. She's a weapons platform at the end of the day. So most likely, if your Yareli isn't doing a lot of damage, it's because the weapon isn't very good. And I do think that my builds might be able to help you with that. Go into the build section of Warframe in my channel and just look at the secondary builds. A lot of them are centered around using the weapon by itself. And mostly because, you know, they're kind of sort of designed for Yareli, right? But you grab one of those, use any of them however you feel like, and also learn from them. Don't just use them. I try to teach you why I do things, instead of going in and just telling you to do things, because at the end of the day, I want to teach you, not just tell you to do something. So if you ever want to use any of my builds on a different weapon, you literally can just use any of the information and go in and use them. And I, as the creator of this channel, I trust you to be able to figure it out, right? I trust you because, like, despite the fact that the average player isn't intelligent, I say the only reason why that is because they don't have enough teaching stuff. And if you go with a learner's mind, you can go and learn all the things necessary to make you be able to make this game your bitch, right? It's a numbers-based game. All you need to know is how to manipulate the numbers, and you don't even have to be very good at the game, right? You don't have to be very skilled, right? It's a numbers-based game, right? So yeah, with that, I would say straight up, have wonderful, wonderful nightmares. I will see you in them. And remember, if you're watching my content, I know you're into it. Honey, honey. Alright. I appreciate what the Warframe community has done for me. I value your guys' opinions, and that's one of the reasons why I get so angry. Is, you know, at the end of the day, you guys kind of mean a lot to me, right? So yeah, I will say you this. Goodbye and good night. Nyom.